Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be telling you how to start off a Facebook business page. Now this video is for beginners, so if you clicked on this and you're not a beginner, I ask that before you leave, you please go down and click the like button so this video doesn't get buried and so other people can actually see this video. For those of you who stuck around, congratulations, you just started a brand new business, very exciting, but there's a lot of work to do. So if you're starting a Facebook business page, which I recommend almost every business does, you might find that it is a little bit confusing and there are a lot of different settings that can be very intimidating. So in this video, I'm going to go very thoroughly through all the different settings that you need to know when you're first getting started, as well as where to find other settings as you start to get more advanced. So these settings might be things like an autoresponder for Messenger. When people go to your website or go to your Facebook page, you can actually set up a responder so when they send you a message, it'll say, like, thank you for visiting us. You might also want to know how to set up, a username or a custom URL with Facebook so people can go to facebook.com/yourbusinessname. So all these different settings and more, I'm going to show you in this video, and you're going to learn how to set up a Facebook business page for your very first business. Okay, so here we are on Facebook. You're wondering how to actually get to this page. So just from your regular profile, we're going to set this up as a personal account first, and then we're going to transfer it in another video over to a business account. So starting off, you want to go to the little top arrow right there and go down and create a page. It'll take you to this page right here, and you are going to create your business page. So get started creating your business page. Now for this video, I'm just making a hypothetical business. So I'm just going to call it MOB Lawns, Michael Bryan Lawns. So I made just, a quick hypothetical website on Wix, and then over here I made a quick Instagram, and we're going to integrate all of that into this Facebook page. So we're starting off, we're going to call it MOB Lawn. So Michael Bryan Lawns. And then, so when you're choosing a category, I recommend that you try several different keywords. So for here, if I want to do lawn care, you'll see there is no lawn care right there. So maybe I want to do landscaping. And before I just go into like service or product and service, you want to make sure that you try as many similar words as possible because there are so many different ones. There might actually be one that is a better fit for your business rather than a product/service. Since I don't have an address, I'm just going to make one up real quick. And we're going to say 123 Car Drive, and we're going to call it in Philadelphia. So the next thing it asks for is your logo or your profile picture. I recommend making your profile picture into your logo. I just made a quick little logo right here in PowerPoint. You can easily do that on your own, and it's very simple. Now it's going to ask to upload a cover photo. The cover photo is going to be slightly bigger, just like it is on a normal personal profile. So here we are on the Facebook page that it just set up. It looks like it didn't actually crop the logo very well on the background, but that's okay. You can fix that later. So what I want to do first is add a button. Now this button is going to be what engages the audience and redirects them over to your website or where you do booking or anything like that. This is the actual action that you want people to do. You make it very obvious on the top by adding this button right here. And so for us, since we are a lawn care company, we want people to book with us. Now booking obviously would mean, setting up a time where we can mow every week all summer or all winter, depending on where you live. So we're going to go and say book now and hit next. Now there's different ways you can book. You can book appointments within Facebook. You can book with other apps like Booker and Booking Bug and stuff like that. We're just going to link them to my website. Now my website right over here is the Wix website, as I mentioned, and we are just going to copy that and paste that over into the URL right here, and that is going to be our website. Okay, so they're going to be booking on that, and we're going to say finish. Now, when you actually go and finish that, since this is the editor mode, you can actually go and you can't click on the button. Instead, you have to go down and test the button. And when you go test the button, it should redirect you. You want to make sure that it takes you to the website. This one looks like the button works fine. So when people visit, they'll be able to click on that. Now, the next thing you want to do is scroll down. Now, they suggest it right here, but we can actually do that over in settings. So I want to go over to settings. This is where things start to get a lot more complicated. And this is where you really want to start paying attention to the different details about your page. So if you go down to page info, this is where you want to populate as much information about your business as possible. So that if customers have questions about where you are, what number to call, when you're open, how much you cost, and stuff like that, you can fill all of that out in here. So in here, you can add your phone number, you can add your website. Let's just add our website right here again. So paste it, save our changes. If we have an email, we're just going to say mike@santrelmedia.com. That's our email. And then if we go down, if you have a Wi-Fi account, now this one is a little tricky. If you have Wi-Fi, they're not asking, do you have Wi-Fi in your house or your business? They're asking, do you have Wi-Fi in your business that customers can use? So if that's the case, you might want to put it in here and tell them maybe what your password is or whatever, or if you have Wi-Fi so people can know, it'll pop up. You also have your address down here. You have your location. You can tell people where to park. You can tell people what hours you work. So we'll just say we're always open. We're open all the time. We're just going to save changes. You can also say, what specific days are open. Down here, you want to make sure that you check off how expensive you are so people know, are you like a really high-end lawn care? Are you like a really budget one? Or where are you in between? So I'm just going to put $3 signs. Let's say we're a little bit upper edge, but we're not actually like top tier. We're not doing baseball fields. Now, make sure you continue to populate when you were founded, any kind of awards. All this stuff is going to help you rank higher in Facebook so people can find you, and it's going to make the user experience better so that more people who visit this and have questions about you can find the answers, and then they'll redirect over to your website by clicking the book now thing on top, and they'll actually become a customer. So the whole goal here is to make this as user-friendly as possible with as much information as possible so the users can be redirected to your website and they'll end up being clients. So more within the settings tab, I jumped right to page info, but there's a lot of other stuff on the side. So on the left, you see all these different tabs and each one does something very specific. So if you just go, I'll just go through these actually right now. So starting off with general, this is where if you have a different business other than like a lawn care company, you might want to go through this and really find out, do you want to have people allowed to tag you? Do you want to allow anybody of any age? Are there age restrictions to visit your page? And things like that. So you can go through this, and these are self-explanatory. I'm not going to go through every single one because right there in the gray, it'll tell you essentially what each setting is. And I recommend, no matter what, you want to go here and scroll down before you get started with anything else and make sure that these settings are correct for your page. Next, as we go into messaging, these are some very powerful tools. And so, for example, one thing I really like to set up when I'm first getting started on a page is if you go and jump to the response assistant. So response assistant can give people automatic responses when they send you a message or when they open up Messenger. And so the first thing I want to do is set up a Messenger greeting. So when somebody opens up Messenger, you want some kind of greeting to pop up, and you want it to say, like, hello, welcome to Santrel Media, or welcome to Michael Bryan Lawns, or whatever it is your business is. You want to add that message right here. So here I'm just going to delete the one that Facebook has, and I'm going to say, hello, welcome to MOB Lawns. How can we help you? And one thing I want to say is if you want to make this custom, you can go down here and add personalization. And if you add a personalization, you can add, for example, the person's first name. So when it pops up, whoever it is, their name will pop up. So right here, it would say, hi, Mike, welcome to, MLB Lawns. How can we help you? And it'll pop up before they even send the message. And then that'll encourage them to send the message. You want to make it seem like, they're not just sending a message out to cyberspace. You want them to be more engaged. So in response, then, once they send you a message, you can go up here and you can set up an instant auto reply, which will be, so let's change that. And we'll say, thank you for contacting us. And we'll try to be responsive as possible. We'll get back to you soon. So I might want to add to that until then. Or let's say in the meantime, please check out our blog. So now when people open up Messenger, first it'll say, hi, welcome, and then they'll send a message, and then it'll say, thank you for sending the message, and it's going to essentially say, we'll get back to you really soon. So that's how they know that you will be replying to them, and you have to make sure that you actually do keep on top of this and reply, and I'll show you a little bit later in this video, or possibly in the next, depending on how much time I have, how to actually set that up and merge all of that into one place. So you can get your messages from Instagram and Facebook Messenger all in one place. So as we're going along, we can go down to templates and tabs. This is where you're going to rearrange the home page of your Facebook page. So if you want a standard one, which is where on the side, actually, you'll see right here. So on the side, you have all the different options, and then you have your content right there. And that's what it automatically sets you up with. And then you can try all these different ones. So let's just go right here and maybe set up a business one. So we'll see what it looks like. It looks like you have a bunch of stuff on the bottom. Your tabs are on the left. So let's just apply this template and see what it looks like. We'll try a bunch of different templates, and whichever one you like best, you want it. So make sure you do this early on before you start customizing a lot of stuff, because you want to make sure you have the template before you choose what pictures go where. Next, if you scroll down, you can change which tabs show up. So maybe if you want the About tab to show up first, because maybe you want people to know all about your business, you can have that show up right there. You can also rearrange which ones you want. So let's just say maybe groups on the bottom. Say you're not part of any groups, you're not associated with groups. You can go and you can actually turn that one off. So you'll make that tab not show up. You can also go down and do this. Make sure you save it. So you can also copy the URL if you want to share your videos tab or anything like that, your blog tab, stuff like that. You can redirect people to different tabs of your actual page. Post attribution is a very simple one. It's self-explanatory. I always recommend posting as your business rather than as yourself. As you go down to notifications, this is going to be very important if you have a lot of traffic. Originally, it's not that important, but as you start getting more and more traffic to your page, you want to make sure that you manage your notifications so you can sift out the important stuff from the other, like recommendations or new fans or anything like that. You want to make sure that you're only getting what you really want so you don't blow up your phone every single day. So the next thing I recommend you do is actually set up an integration with your Instagram account. So if you just go down to the Instagram tab right here, I already did it, but it'll recommend you do this. And when you do this, it'll actually have you set up your Instagram as a business profile. I'll talk about this in another video, how to actually do that correctly and have the proper buttons on Instagram. But overall, this is going to give you a lot more information on your Instagram account about who's seeing your posts, what time they're seeing it, all these different insights, and all the different data that you might be interested in. So if you have any different page roles, so maybe you have more than one person working on your business, maybe you have a partner, you can add them here as another collaborator or as another admin on the page. This is very important. If anything ever happens to your account, if you lose your password or whatever, it might be a good idea to have another person set up so that they can back up the account and they can always sign in if you can't. I think that's pretty much everything I want to show you about settings right now in this video. I can show you a lot more in another video, a little bit more advanced stuff, but when you're first getting starting off, the next thing you want to do, now remember how I moved the about page up here, your about page might be somewhere farther down if you didn't rearrange them, but let's go to the about page. So when you go to the about page, this is where you can set up your custom Facebook URL. So if you want somebody to go to facebook.com/MikeO'BrienLawns or whatever your website is, you're going to be able to set that up right here. Now, depending on how many likes your page has, you may or may not be eligible for this at the time. So you might have to wait a little bit, maybe a couple weeks till you gain a little bit more traction until you can set this up. Unfortunately, right now, this is not going to let me set it up on this new page. The next thing you want to do is you want to make a couple different posts out there so you have some content on your page so people can start to find you. I recommend if you have blog posts on your website, share them all here, maybe share short videos right here, somehow engage with an audience and give them something that they want to like the page they want to follow for. So if you're a business, people aren't just going to like your business for no reason. They're going to have to like it because you give them some value in return. So this is not just one giant advertisement. You have to remember whenever you're making content like this, you actually have to push out value. So maybe make videos about how to take care of your lawn, how to do different things, what's the best lawn seed to get, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you're providing value for people so you can gain some kind of audience rather than just advertising to them on your business page. So next, I want to talk about the things up top. So if you actually go from page, this is where you're editing the page. If you go over to inbox, this is where I said you can merge together a lot of different stuff. You can merge your messages, you can merge your Facebook, all your different notifications, you merge your Instagram notifications, and all that shows up right here. So if you go to Instagram, all of your different Instagram notifications can show up here. Your Facebook ones will show up right there, and your Messenger ones will show up right there. So this is a very important and convenient way for you to manage all of your different incoming messages and notifications from different users and respond to them all in one place. So you can also go over to notifications, then this is slightly different. This is where you're going to see all the different notifications about your page. You can also find some very useful information about, how many likes you get in comments and stuff like that. Okay, so from notifications, you can also go over to insights. Now, this is going to be a very powerful tool you can use not only on Facebook, but also on Instagram, now that your Instagram account is a business account. And this is going to show you essentially who engages with your page, when they're engaging, where they're engaging from, and you can find out a lot more about your audience from this. So if you are making a post, say you make like 100 posts, and maybe 5 of them blow up and get millions of views, millions of likes, millions of shares, you can find out who actually liked those. You can find out more about the demographics, and you can retarget that audience with your next post, and you can optimize your posts so that they're more tailored to your audience that you actually have. So this is a very powerful tool. It's also very easy to get caught up in and watch your graphs as they go up, as more people like and engage with your page. But overall, this is a very, very useful tool. Okay, so as you go over to the publishing tab right here, you can publish your posts, you can look at them, and you can actually, schedule different posts, look at your drafts and your expiring posts, and you can manage a lot of different posts from this little center right here. As you go over to Ad Center, then this is another video where you can set up Facebook ads, and you can run these ads, and that is an entirely different story. So guys, I think that's honestly pretty much everything you need to know when you're first setting up your Facebook business page. I showed you where to find settings, I showed you how your site is overall set up, and then I showed you all the different notifications and inbox and all the different tools that you have along the top bar. So now if there's more you want to know, please comment below. I'll be addressing more stuff in a more advanced video later on. If you're interested in seeing that video, please remember to go down and click the subscribe button. If you're watching this at a later date, I might have already made that video. So go check out Santrel Media's channel and you might be able to see if I already made that video. So guys, that's all I have for you in this video. I hope that you enjoyed it and it was helpful for you in learning to start off your Facebook business page. If you have any other tips, please be sure to go down and comment them below so that other users can go down and find the same tips or the same questions that you might have about Facebook business pages. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video and want to subscribe to Santrel Media, please be sure to click the subscribe button right there. For our most recent upload, click right there. And for another video just like this one, click right up there. So you have 3 great options. Click on any one of those and I'll see you in the next video.